Cody was a very active baby. He was a middle child and just always moving. He was definitely like I said, a boy. He loved to be outside playing in his fort, dressed in his camo with his play guns. So it was kind of like he's always wanted to do that ever since he was little. You know, a lot of people go through their whole life and really never find their niche and what they wanted to do. And Cody knew, and he was doing it. And it really did give us a lot of peace knowing he wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere else. He wanted to be a United States Marine, and he was proud to be it. But one day he called and said one of his buddies hadn't gotten any packages or letters from home, and it just really broke our heart, that thinking that someone's over there, 19, 20-year-old kids, and not having any support from home. So the next day, obviously, boxes were out, on the way. And we wrote letters and just wanted him to know that we were there for him. We were appreciative of what he was doing for our country, and if we can send M&Ms and peanuts and peanut butter and that made him smile, then it was so worth it. It really was.
To have a daughter like Wendy, we call her Bunny because she was born on Good Friday. We've always called her Bunny.
So if we say that, yeah.
But she's mailed right at 3,000 boxes to the Marines over there.
We don't know exactly how much.
No, but it's right. It was 27 something the last time I asked her. So, and last Christmas they met at our house. I have a triple garage in the back, and we packed 500 boxes and sent to the troops that day.
We had about 35 people out there.
Yeah.
Had an assembly line.
We had an assembly line.
It went so great.
It was great. It was a great day.
The day I met Cody, I was on recruiter's assistance. He was still in high school in the DEP program, and my task for the day was to run the pulleys. And so I took off running, and Cody was the only one who could hang with me. And towards the end, I had lost everybody but Cody, so I stepped it up a little bit more. I mean, I was about to die. I gave it everything I had. And I turned around, this kid's still with me, smiling. And so finally I stopped, and I was like, hey, really, deep down inside, I needed to catch my breath. But I was like, we're going to let everybody else catch up. And I was like, I turn around, I look at Cody, and I go, what's your name? He's like, Cody. I'm like, you some kind of track star? And he's like, nah. He's like, actually, I hate running. And I was like, what are you going to go do in the Marine Corps? He's like, I'm going in the infantry. And then that's when I liked him. And I was like, well, when you go in the infantry, you go to SOI, make sure you become a machine gunner. And sure enough, that's what the kid did. He went and became a machine gunner.
We ended up joining August 2009, and we went to boot camp together on the buddy program. It was definitely a blessing to have somebody with you going through that experience, because we both didn't know what we were going to do, how it was going to come. We went out from boot camp, went out to Camp Geiger in North Carolina for SOI, which is School of Infantry, and from there we did our 3 months, trained, and they shipped us apart. He stayed in North Carolina, I went to California, 29 Palms. We still came in contact all the time.
He was a great grandson and just had a great sense of humor. He never met a stranger. And this car, my husband did this car and finished it for a car show on August the 21st, and Cody was killed on August the 20th. Needless to say, the car didn't show up at the first car show that he was registered to have it in, but my husband puts his sign on there to honor Cody everywhere he goes.
And whenever he was around, he would crack you up.
Yes,
He was just,
yes, he would.
he was crazy. It was
He
funny.
was
I don't mean crazy.
Funny.
A lot of people don't get packages. Thankfully I had my wife, and she was sending us all stuff. There's a lot of dudes that don't get mail. They never got packages. And we're sitting there giving them stuff. But when somebody gets a package that doesn't get anything and it's got their name on it, it's not from somebody else in the platoon, that means that makes people's days.
Days over there aren't extremely fun. I'm sure everyone knows that. But so when you get a care package, especially one from an organization like this, it definitely brings your spirits up, because there was people not even getting care packages, and then from this organization, they get a care package, and it makes their day 100 times better. I mean, it had everything you could imagine in there.
Yeah.
And it really does boost your mood.
Dear Childers family, a few days ago we received a huge number of boxes with individually wrapped Christmas presents for my Marines from your organization. I just wanted to let you know how much that means to the Marines out here. The job is thankless, sometimes miserable, and it seems like no one is paying attention sometimes. But every so often the Marines get letters or packages from people like you that remind them that there is support on the home front and that they should keep pushing. So thank you for providing some motivation to my Marines, especially around the holiday season. Over half of my Marines have never deployed, let alone be away from their loved ones over Christmas. I wish you a happy holiday season, and thank you again for taking care of my Marines. Mortar Platoon Commander, 3rd Battalion, 9th Marines.
Well, this is actually our 4th annual golf tournament in memory of Cody Childers. The first year, we actually planned this in about 3 or 4 weeks. When everything went down with Cody, obviously, David was very good, best friends with Chris growing up. So basically what we did is we wanted to do something to in memory of him, and also to support the cause of We Care Marines. So this is our 4th annual, and this is our biggest one ever.
Everybody's here, because we get complacent in our day-to-day lives, but this is much bigger than us. And to support the troops, and these care packages give somebody in harm's way a little bit of a pick-me-up.
Yeah, I've known Cody since he was about 5 years old. Like you said earlier, I was best friends with, good friends with Chris Childers. So I've seen Cody grow up, and when I heard that he passed away, it tore me up inside. And my brothers and I were figuring out what can we do to help Wendy with these care packages, and Jock came up with the idea of a golf tournament. I mean, Cody passed away at 19, but his legacy will never be forgotten. He's smiling down on us. We do this for you, Cody boy.
Through these 4 years, we've raised over $40,000. And literally, and we've talked to them, have helped send out half the packages the entire foundation has.
Thank you very, very much for helping us to support a cause that we feel that's very important to us. A little history about Cody, which I feel is important. Cody made a commitment at 12 years old that he wanted to become a United States Marine. In his junior year of high school, he sought a recruiter and found out he could join the delayed entry program in the Marine Corps his senior year of high school. Cody was always so helpful, had the biggest heart, fulfilled his commitments, responsible at an early age. From after graduating boot camp, he went to School of Infantry. He was selected to be a machine gunner. He was immediately deployed to a forward operating base, which basically small groups go out where the action is. During they were immediately involved in heavy firefight. At that time in 2010, it was very, very serious. We found out about a week later or so where we could send mail. We immediately started sending care packages and letters writing him. One of his first letters home was if we could send more. He was concerned that a lot of his fellow brother Marines weren't getting anything. No care packages, nothing from home, not even letters. So immediately we started sending additional care packages, and the whole family started writing letters to Marines. We had no idea who they were. Just thanking them for their service, their sacrifice, and what they were doing.
I really think he's just happy that we didn't just lay down and die with him. Because I know a lot of the other Marines that passed away when Cody was on deployment, his families are mad at the government. They just take the sour note, and we're a different kind of family where we always strive to look for the better things, the silver linings.
We continued to send extra boxes, and Cody would share with everybody. But when he passed away and people asked us, what can we do? to, who can we contribute to? And I really didn't know any organizations that, that I wanted, people to contribute to. I didn't know what they were doing. You don't know what happens sometimes with money once you contribute it. And I said, well, let's do care packages. Well, let's support Cody's unit. They're still there. They still had at least 6 months in Afghanistan. Let's do boxes for them. And that's what we did. And I had no idea that we would still be doing this. And it's awesome. Our support has continued over these 3 years. And it just started out really wanting to show support for his Marines that he was with. And now has continued on to the Marines that he loved being a part of.